You can get lucky and you can get unlucky with the weather in these parts, and thus far the survivors have been demonstrably unlucky. Last night was a shocker. A storm raged and battered both their camps. South Island have become the first tribe to vote someone off. They, and North Island too, must now focus on the task in hand. A task that will finish with one of them having £1 million. From today, the survivors' lives settle into a 3-day routine. On the first day, they compete in reward challenges where the winners receive something to improve their lives on the island, and food is especially sought after. On the second day, they compete in immunity challenges, and for the tribe that loses immunity, there's the problem of going to tribal council and voting off one of their own members. It's tribal council that takes place on the third day, and it's a routine they should quickly get used to. While drying clothes and assessing damage, South Island discussed the previous night's storm. But John has something else on his mind, a secret that he's kept from the rest of the tribe.
I think it's getting more and more difficult to sort of keep the X-Forces thing under wraps. Last night it started to rain and the water was coming through the shelter, and everyone got into a bit of a panic because nobody could find the waterproofs. No one even knew where their rucksacks were. It was a complete shambles.
Guess what, guys? Wet boots again.
I just said to everybody, look, stop what you're doing. You know, from now on, make sure everyone knows where their rucksack is, everyone knows where their waterproofs are, but don't just leave your kit scattered everywhere. It looks like some sort of, Oxfam jumble sale at the end of the day. And I think people were aware that I was losing my temper a little bit. So at some stage I'm going to have to tell people what I did, but not just at the minute. I think I'll keep that one close to my chest until the time's right.
Lee is suspicious that there may be more secrets on South Island.
On the surface, there's this big "we are a team spirit" thing. I'm not so sure what's going on underneath so much. I think John and Johnny may have an alliance, and me and Susanna decided we was going to form an alliance to combat that. I'm either in a really strong position, or I'm not really in an alliance with her and she's duping me, so I'm either in a weak position. It's a double-edged sword for me at the moment.
On North Island, the storm has also hit hard. There too, someone isn't revealing the whole truth about himself, or for that matter, his abilities.
I'm not telling them that I've had any experience in survival skills, because to be honest, it is playing an advantage with me, but at the end of the day I won't lie. If they ask me directly, I will tell them.
Made to measure, eh?
Yeah. My strategy when I came was to be quiet, to not say a great deal, to not take the lead, not to be loud. Unfortunately, the group has made me be a bit louder, be a bit more forceful, because they have pushed me into that position.
That's all right for just now. We'll concentrate on the roof now.
There's no natural freshwater source on either island, so each morning at dawn the tribes will be left a container full, around about half an hour's walk from their camp. Sometimes when they arrive they'll find tree mail which is stored in here, and it's tree mail that gives them a clue about what to expect in the day ahead. On their way to collect the tree mail, Bridget and Lee come across a vine snake, one of many different types of snake on the islands.
It's got blue tongue. Oh, look. Wow.
Back in camp, John, Johnny and Susanna take advantage of a private moment to discuss their alliance.
I would prefer to be with you two guys when the tribe merges, just because I think you're a great bunch of fellas and I get on with you a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a lot more in common, I think, than I have with Lee. Lee is fantastic and he's such a laugh, but I don't actually have much in common with him.
He is a top man.
And obviously for strategic reasons as well, I prefer to go in with two strong guys than with one.
Yeah.
Johnny approached me at a very early stage and asked me to sort of buddy up with him a bit, and he's since brought in Susanna, and we've talked together now quite candidly as a sort of threesome, and we're quite tight as a trio, I think.
North Island have gone to collect the day's water and a tree mail about the first reward challenge.
Row, row, row your boat quickly up the street. Follow the wind, don't delay to find the one you seek. What?
Say that again, slowly.
Like we're going to row his boat in this weather.
Row, row, quickly up the creek. Follow the way and don't delay to find the one you seek. So we're going to row a boat to somewhere.
There is no way.
One person will be taken out of our tribe and hidden somewhere. And we have to go, and the rest of the team has to row to find that person, probably rescue them and bring them back.
In this?
But it's up the creek, so it's not in a
flat area.
I am hiding the fact that I got a good degree from Cambridge, and that's purely to not alert anybody to the possibility that I might be trying to play the game strategically and that they should be looking out for anything that I'm doing as being suspect. What I wanted out of Survivor was to play a game. At the moment it feels very much like a school camp, and that is quite dull.
I'm quite positive about the reward challenge today. I think if it's mental or physical, I'm still optimistic that we're going to do quite well against other tribe and hopefully get some more food. I think would be the thing that most of us want.
Just some chilli sauce to go with the rice.
Anything sweet, anything sugary.
Cheeseburger and chips and a banana milkshake. I'm not really normally a sort of trash food eater, but I could certainly murder that now.
However, before the reward challenge, there's work to be done in case the storms return.
So we're going to try and close off this end, much the same as we've done in the sides. We just have one entrance to one end. I don't think it's ever going to be too hot at night. Hasn't been so far.
Oh, now that is...
Is that good?
You just put 50 grand on the price of our house.
Coming up, South Island are all at sea.
Okay,
and it's all a bit much for Bridget.
It was so difficult. I'm sorry.
The tribe's first reward challenge is at Salt Creek, home to a varied collection of wildlife as well as the Waimea Indians. Essential to their way of life are these hand-carved canoes known as cayucos. To win today, the survivors will have to demonstrate how well they have mastered the cayuco in their 5 days here so far. Today, you're going to be racing down the creek, rescuing one of your own tribe, and then there's a sprint to the finishing beach. So the first thing that you need to do is to decide which member of your tribe you're going to rescue. North Island, you need to choose 2 people, one to be rescued and one to sit out the challenge so that the numbers in the cayuco are even. All right, could the 3 of you, Bridget, Mita and Drew, please make your way to the very end of the pier? Okay, here's how it works. As you race down the creek, you're going to see various valuable items attached to the vines. Grab as many of those as you can. For the winners, you get to keep everything. One of those items is essential to you completing the challenge, but only the people that you've chosen to be rescued know what that item is. Before they are tied up, Bridget and Drew are told that the winning tribe will be the first to collect their pennant and raise it on the finishing beach. The first reward challenge, on your marks, set, go!
Nice and gentle. Now we're caught in the mud. As you were. Right hand ward, Johnny, right hand. Keep going as you are. Nice and gently. Nice and gently. Keep going, okay? And then more. Keep going.
Johnny, you steer. You've got to steer it.
Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Push yourself and keep going as you are. Okay? Okay, guys, and away we go again, please. Let's keep going. Everyone together. Keep going. Nice and steady, guys. We'll still win this. Let's go.
Solid. Well, keep it the way you were doing. Balance.
Ease off from the left, please. Okay. That's it. Okay, hold it there, hold it there. Okay. Please, away we go to the right, okay? No, we're okay, we're okay. We're okay. Easy, easy, everyone steady. Everyone steady, it's alright.
You need to untie me, I'm not allowed to untie myself.
Okay, yeah.
Hold that.
I'll get it some later. Hold on, just push to the left. Yeah. Swim up, Lee, you'll be able to swim. No. Can't get back in, mistake. Good effort, okay?
Well, North Island, I know that you're petrified that an infringement might have taken place, but it hasn't. You are the champions of the reward challenge. We'll have a little look at what you did pick up along the way here, North Island. You got a wok, biscuits and chocolate here as well for you. I suspect that you might enjoy a razor, a toothbrush and shampoo, and tins of food handy, pork and beans and peaches. That's what you've won. You're going to take that away with you along with this bucket. That was a well-coordinated effort, a great disappointment for you guys, but immunity tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you all then. Back at camp, North Island prepare to enjoy the spoils of victory.
You want fire?
I'll get the fire going now.
Starting with a tin of pork and beans.
Today, should I say, was absolutely tremendous. It was really a good team effort, and I was really worried, you know, because I thought we were going to struggle here. But once we had a little discussion, we got the balance of the canoe right. It was perfect. I always wanted to know how all these were.
What a waste! Do you know how expensive those are? £2.09 for 16.
Ah, you got stacks of money.
We've started lighting the fire since day one with the tampons. Soaking them in a little bit of kerosene that we have just helps that a little bit, so that's why we're using them.
Here's your ration. One match.
As soon as the match hits the cotton wool, it flames straight away. And me and Mita and Drew were all on the contraception pill, which is falling straight through. So there's no need for us to have a period at all. So we don't need any tampons, but we've been issued with them, so we might as well use them.
Well, actually, all we've got to eat is just rice. I'm not a great lover of rice, and to get the prize that we got, i.e. the fruit and things like that, it was a real good bonus.
Excellent.
We're going to have a little party tonight. So what have you got?
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is lovely.
Good stuff.
Over on South Island, the search is on for a scapegoat.
But yeah, that was a bad decision to jump out of the boat. That was...
Yeah, just panic though. That's all it was, but it was silly. There was no waves when I get back in again.
Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
A long time ago.
There's a quote in it where Martin Sheen says, "Never get out of the goddamn boat." So true. Yeah, it was a disappointment, and I thought Lee was maybe a bit rash to jump out. It would be nice to finish actually dry and in the boat rather than swimming ashore with a big mouthful of mangrove swamp.
We're not so fast. I'm not going to lie, of course we wanted to win it. We did want to win it, we want to win everything, but at the end of the day it was on a reward challenge and the reward wasn't all that great.
You know, everyone's sort of saying, "Ah, forget about it, it's only a reward, tomorrow's the main challenge," but I think every little bit, when you're tired and hungry and wet, every little bit, tin of beans here, a comb there, whatever, is a blow to our morale and a boost to their morale.
As this fifth day draws to a close, South Island discuss their opponents, in particular Alistair, whom they rightly perceive to be a leader, and what he might be hiding from the rest of his tribe. John stays quiet, doubtless thinking about his own secret.
There's 4 of them who are quite tight, I think. There's 2 obvious outsiders in that group, in that tribe.
Yeah.
And Alistair keeps other 3 of them. The 4 of them are quite good team together.
Like you said, Johnny, he does do it well, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is whether they've sussed him or not, whether they believe all these tales or not, because we certainly don't believe what he says, do we? What he does.
The more I see of him, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he's ex-forces. And I don't know why I think he's got to try and hide it, but it doesn't seem to ring true that he's obviously got a lot of management skills. He's very competent, very confident.
He has been drilled and trained in leadership without a doubt. I'm not having it. Tomorrow will be our day. 3rd time lucky.
The tribes have a big day ahead, with another immunity challenge imminent. But South Island are not happy. They had a bad night.
There were sand fleas everywhere. Did the sand fleas get... Yes, I didn't even need to ask you that.
Don't even go that way.
No, they're a nightmare.
It's been raining a lot the past few days. We had an infestation of sandflies and midges and mozzies, and no amount of spray or mozzie net seemed to make any difference, and we all got tortured. It was like 5 silent disco dancers in the middle of the night. Everyone was doing this sort of scratchy shuffle.
How far did they go down?
You don't want to know. Too far.
I'll swell it up a bit.
North Island have had a bad night for different reasons. The sea is up and now dangerously close to their camp. The water is rough, way too rough to fish, for example, yet nothing deters Typhon from his morning swim.
Don't do it, Ty, don't do it.
Can't go home. What do you think he's doing out there?
I'm the shit.
I think he's having the shit because he tried this morning and he commented that he might go into the sea.
Well, that'll wash up this side.
Oh my god, where is he?
Oh, there he is.
I want to come back. This is a bit nerve-wracking.
Well, when he comes back, you tell him. Or
Do you have a nice shift?
Tell him off about them sharks.
Yeah. Say don't go so far. You'll think I'm
I'll
having
do the dirty work.
You do the dirty because you'll think I'm having a go at him.
We were getting a bit worried.
Sorry?
You shouldn't really go on your own.
Oh, it's shallow so far out.
I know, but it's a bit worrying when we didn't see you. Did you have a number 2?
That's the reason you were going out there for.
No, not here. I'd go a long way. Now I just went for a bait. I think Alistair's definitely attempting to create his own harem in the tribe. He's attached himself onto the women in a very clever way, whereby they feel very reliant upon him. He makes sure he's responsible for all the key jobs. If I'm trying to get involved, he'll try and block me out and just have Dave as his sidekick. And the girls then feel probably that he is the one. I mean, he is the leader of the tribe.
Are you on the spin cycle yet? Are you on the spin cycle yet?
He's playing the game well. I respect the fact that he's playing the game well, but he's certainly very manipulative all the time, and he does it in such a nice way.
Cutting style, please.
On your knees, boy. Dunk your head in there and get it wet.
I'll never get my head in there.
You will.
From Alistair's point of view, I'm the person to get rid of. So the only way that I actually see my true survival would be for our tribe to win every immunity challenge. Sadly, I don't think that's going to be possible. So inevitably, I will be kicked out.
Get on with Alistair fine. He's very hardworking. I think he's the sly one out of the lot. He just comes across very, very shady. He's the one in the group that's really, really shady and really sly, and you've got to watch out for him.
That feels fun. Bloody-tastic.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Over on South Island, they're just worried about immunity.
I haven't thought about the immunity challenge today at all.
A bit more nervous than I have been for any other challenges.
To be
Didn't care
honest.
yesterday. Felt very confident in the first one, but I feel a bit nervous this one.
This one really, really matters.
Been thinking about it a little bit through the night. It's really, 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 really important that we stop the rot now. The first one we give to him. The second one was just a disaster. Make that back. Just a reward challenge, but I need to pull this one out of the bag today.
Lee might be worried about the immunity challenge because he might not feel that his place here is as secure as the rest of us, maybe. And he has got some justification to think that. I think Lee would probably vote for me if we were to lose the next immunity. Sarah voted for me in the first tribal council because she was told to by Lee. At least that's what I've been informed with my supergrass in the camp.
His next plan is to tell Bridget to vote for you.
Oh, I see, right.
And then the two against me, and then they'll vote me off.
Right,
So that's his plan, so he's been quite sneaky.
I'd never have thought that one out.
He's far too intelligent for us.
The sneaky dog.
I was feeling really bad about Lee, about knowing that I was going to go with Johnny and with John and doing the dirty on Lee. I hope that whenever they see me going off with Lee, they just think that I'm just trying to smooth the waters, keep happy with that relationship.
Say one of us two decided to turn our back on each other and went with the two Johns.
Yeah.
There's no point to that, because when you get through the other side, their alliance is still going to be tight and we're going to be the odd one out still, and we're going to go. So the only way we're going to get on in this group is if we stay together. But yeah. I spoke to John,
Batman.
but we're definitely together, yeah.
You're so cunning, you are.
Just during the day. I'm pinning my hopes on Susanna. I'm hoping she's like me, she wants to get on in the game. She's here for the experience, but she does want to get on in the game, because if she does and we tie up, I think we'll go quite far. And yeah, I've got a lot of time with Susanna as well, she makes me laugh. Now I'm just a little bit concerned that she's quite close to Johnny, and I don't know if I'm being double duped with them two, but I don't think I am, but that's my only worry.
I haven't formed an alliance with anybody, and I don't think anybody else has. I mean, I don't know. We all seem to be sort of gelling well together. I honestly don't see any alliances formed at all. No, nothing. Unless I'm going around with my eyes closed.
On North Island, the communal toothbrush has its first outing, and Alistair has the honour of using it first.
Typhon's great, but he's a bit of a big girl's blouse. Before we go anywhere or anything, he has to groom himself and look good and make sure the suntan lotion's everywhere and the mosquito spray, and he takes absolute hours grooming himself. And he's worried about how big his eyebrows have grown and what needs shaving, and do I have a zit here, is it squeezing, stuff like that. Do you know what? Typhon's really getting on my nerves now.
I know.
We went in the bush, Drew, to get the car, and he's standing there wiping off the cobwebs and sorting himself out. Awesome. He went through a cobweb.
Joking,
I think it's ridiculous.
In part 3, what has upset the South Island boys?
Totally gutted.
What an idiot.
On their way to collect water and tree mail, South Islanders John and Lee discussed the forthcoming challenge.
Yeah, definitely important today.
We come out of that today and we've won that. As you say, it's back to square one and game on.
I think the important thing about today is not to celebrate until we know what the result is.
That is a good point.
South Island received specific details of the challenge in tree mail. There are various interpretations.
If you pull your weight, you'll soon fix your fate by proving your tribe is the stronger. But if you're a flop and quick on the drop, you won't hang around for much longer.
It's a tug of war.
Drop.
Quick
It's going to be a height. It's going to be something
Unless it's climbing height, yeah.
Sounds like
It's a strength thing, guys.
This is not a bloody boat.
It's a strength thing.
Having picked up their morning delivery, North Island head back to camp, with Typhon keen to demonstrate his increasing contribution to the tribe.
You want to try the front? Because I'm happy to carry on, but I'd like to be on the back. So if someone wants to take over the front.
Yeah, I'm happy.
You're happy with it? We'll go further back as well.
Funny man, he's a bloody funny. You know, he's worried about the sand on his skin, he's worried about, you know, I suggested that go in the front because the wider bit is awkward. But God almighty, there's a girl on the back, you know what I mean? The young lad is a bloody wimp.
I don't think he's ever been exposed to anything like
Exposed, he's never done nothing in his life. He's like a woman getting changed at night. Isn't he? He is, isn't he?
Welcome North Island and welcome South Island to the second immunity challenge. We've got the idol back off North Island, so it's up for grabs again. Today's challenge goes like this. One member from each tribe walks down here and climbs on to the gallows. They then hang there for as long as they possibly can against the stopwatch. When they fall into the water, the watch stops. It's as simple as that. It's pair by pair after that. The time is cumulative. There are 5 of you. The tribe that hangs on the longest wins. What we do need you to do is to pair up. Okay, take a time out, and when you come back, please give me the decisions about your pairs.
I'll go first, if you don't mind. I don't think I can hang on for very long.
I think probably then me, then Johnny, and then you, John.
Who wants to go last?
Who does you think strongest?
Ty.
Yeah, I think so.
Either that, where you can try and lock your fingers in, or that, and I really don't know which. If the other person drops first, then start encouraging, because every second counts.
North Island, who have you chosen to sit out the challenge? Helen. Helen will sit out the challenge. All right. Bridget and Mita, would you like to come forward and climb aboard? Well done. And along to the middle. Well done, Bridget. Okay, Bridget and Mita, take the strain.
Take strain, Mita. Take strain, Mita.
Go!
Well done, Mita.
Come on, Mita. That's all right.
Angular. Well done. Well done. Carry on.
Lovely. It's lovely.
Doing well.
Come on, Mita.
Another 10 at least. Come on, 10.
Well done. Well done, Mita.
Bridget, Bridget.
Come on, Bridget. Come on.
Stunning. Well done. Well done.
And now it's the turn of Drew and Susanna. Okay, take the strain. Go.
Stay focused, stay focused. Keep in there.
Right,
Keep
stay
going
up.
now.
Come on, stay up.
Come on, Drew.
Make time.
You stay there.
Make time.
You
Make
stay
time.
there.
Oh, this is fantastic. Every second counts.
Yeah, another 2 more seconds.
Well done.
After the girls then, it's 2 minutes 23 for South Island and 3 minutes for North Island. So an advantage of 37 seconds. Next up are Dave and Lee. Take the strain.
Every second counts.
Now it's the two Scotsmen, Johnny and Alistair.
Hang in there, John.
Come on! Drop! Stay! Come on! Stay! 10 more seconds! 10 more seconds! 10 seconds! 10 seconds! Come on!
Right, with the final tribe members left to hang around, the situation is that South Island are at 4 minutes and 37 seconds, and North Island are at 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Therefore, there's 1 minute and 2 seconds for you to make up. And to do the job are John from South Island and Tathan from North Island. Okay, take the strain. Go! Typhon's gone. John has just over a minute for glory.
Yes. Stay upon this, don't worry.
Come on! Come on!
Stay. Stay.
No!
Stay.
You lose actually.
Stay, John.
Hand me down.
Stay.
Hand me down.
42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
Stay, John.
54. Well done, John.
Well, that was as tense as I guess we thought it would be. South Island finishing at 6 minutes 22 seconds and North Island's at 6 minutes 29 seconds.
Oh, God!
There are no disqualifications and therefore the winners are North Island.
Yeah! Yes!
John, I've got to come to you first. You thought you had it.
Yeah, I felt so strong when I heard him fall off. I couldn't believe he had fallen off then. I thought I had tons of strength in my arms and suddenly it just went. I'm an idiot.
Stupid.
South Island, you're with me again tomorrow night at Tribal Council and of course you'll be voting one of your own number off the islands. North Island, come forward.
if we'd lost, that would have been really gutting by a few seconds.
Yeah.
That what happened at the beginning.
I just can't believe John did that.
When he did that, I thought, he's crazy to play. That's what you do when you've won.
Yeah.
You've done it, it's like, oh, we've won. I could stay here forever, but not before.
We've won it, boys. That's us, team. We've won this.
No, he went, has he gone?
Can't we go? We did the last 40 seconds.
Totally got it.
I was thinking, ex-Royal Marine, man who dances for a living and shaves his legs, piece of cake. And it would have been, but for the fact that I started prattling around, shattering. What an idiot.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it was ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I lost my heat as well, but I give 100% and I stayed on there as long as possible. John could have stayed on for that extra 7 seconds, which would have been a fantastic effort. Why he had to start showboating, I don't know.
My performance today might affect my standing in the group, but more worryingly it might affect my stay on the island, because we've got a tribal council tomorrow night. I was by far the stupidest person hanging from the board today. Yeah, Bridget, if you want to vote me off tomorrow night, feel free, after my performance today.
I don't know who I'm voting off. I shan't know until tomorrow night. I really don't know who to vote off, because I don't want to see anybody go. I'm not even going to think about it till tomorrow, so don't anybody say anything to me. Because I'm not interested. Sorry.
It's right.
The 7th day then dawns brightly for North Island, who decide to move camp after all the bad weather.
We've been keeping his eye on the tide and it keeps on coming further and further and further in. I commented that it should be moved earlier on this morning and people kind of just dismissed it a little bit.
Are we going to move his seats?
No, that'll be alright.
Yeah, but if we've got
Go
fire...
around the fire over here.
Are we going to start having the fire over here?
I reckon.
Well, I was going to keep it the same spot. Well, we'll see how it goes.
And the wave came quite far up and we said no, you know, we should really move it. So it was a group decision really.
This is the last day piece and that's the middle.
On South Island, the tribal council vote is niggling away and the tribe are showing the strain.
The tribal council is an issue that's weighing on everyone's minds constantly, so that nobody needs to bring it up. It's so there, it's so ever present all the time, that there's no point even talking about it. Everyone knows that we're going to lose somebody, and we don't want to lose anybody. We don't want to lose anybody. Nobody does.
Said anything to you about which way it might go?
Johnny?
Yeah.
He hasn't said it yet, no. Might get a chance today if we're walking down or something, but no one's really saying much this morning. Everyone knows it doesn't matter how it goes today, it's not going to be for the better, it doesn't matter who goes.
Tonight's going to be difficult. We're all going to be edgy. We're all going to possibly think, well, perhaps it's me. I found it very hard the other day, even though Sarah made it blatantly clear that she wanted to go. I don't know who I'm... I really don't. It's so difficult. I'm sorry. Because we've all gotten so well, living in such close proximity to each other. And I didn't expect to be quite so stupid as this. Emotional about leaving home, yes, and my friends, but not about voting somebody off who I've hardly known 5 minutes.
During the afternoon, North Island relax at last. Their camp is safe, and so are they, at least for another 3 days.
Oh, look at that.
Might be in an army.
No, that's lovely.
Oops! Buggers!
Look, we've got sand everywhere.
Oh! How did you sneak round there? I didn't see you at all.
Come unseen. How's it sub?
Undercover fireman! Undercover fireman!
Dave and Alistair are very tightly knit. I think Alistair and Helen have bonded well. And Helen looked after Drew on the boat when she was vomiting. So I imagine there's some bond there. What do you think?
I don't trust anybody. I don't.
That's what the game is. Trust no one.
And if anyone does trust anyone, they're stupid. Because they can all get friendly now. But there might come a point where they're going to have to stab each other in the back.
So what do you think that will happen with our tribe?
To be honest, true. I wouldn't mind going. And that is, I hate it. And I wouldn't mind going. And after the challenge I was crying, but they weren't tears of joy, they were actually tears of depression that, you know, we actually won and I couldn't go home sort of thing. I hate the idea of being here with, I just miss home so much. I'm never going to do anything like this again.
Still to come.
You wouldn't catch me making alliances and stuff.
Alliances strengthen in the build-up to Tribal Council. As Tribal Council approaches, John and Johnny find time alone to discuss tonight's vote and how it might affect the tribe in the future.
Who would you feel more confident with going into the reward challenge tomorrow and then the immunity challenge?
It was a fitness thing. I think Lee, even though when Bridget was magic last night.
When would you put Bridget over Lee then?
Prefer Bridget round the camp. I think she's like, as a motherly figure, she likes to take the mother role and she likes to do.
Yeah.
She's much more
affable around the camp.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk further with John and Johnny about who we're definitely going to vote off tonight. The fact that Bridget may not be as strong as Lee has really started to play on my mind a little bit, and now we are going to be down to 4. I think we need the tightest tribe possible.
What it boils down to is who would you feel more confident with when you go into the next challenge, both reward and immunity challenge, particularly the next immunity challenge? If it's going to be swimming, strength, running.
If it's going to be anything physical.
You'd go for Lee. That said, Bridget did hold her own yesterday.
Bridget's stamina, you see, I think Bridget is much better on the stamina than Lee because she's a real tough cookie.
We're just going to go with, stick with Bridget, as in keep Bridget here.
What's your gut, Johnny?
I know Lee was trying to get John off as well, now we're getting the vote again.
Sneaky though, you wouldn't catch me making alliances and stuff.
Not me, for God's sake.
We just can't make a decision, we're as crap as each other, to be honest.
Well, I'm crap as well because I can't make a decision either.
It's common, isn't it?
Oh, right. Okay, you go that way, I'm going to go that way.
Good evening, South Island. Welcome to Tribal Council. Please place the torches in the stands and take your seats. Now, you're here because of an agonizing matter of just 7 seconds that led you to lose yesterday's immunity challenge. The price for that is that tonight you say goodbye to one of your own and he or she says goodbye to £1 million. Before the vote, though, we're just going to review the last 3 largely unfulfilling days for you, and in particular yesterday and the bizarre moments that led to that defeat. And I guess if you had your time again, you wouldn't do the same thing again.
Yes, you don't have to be Nostradamus to work that one out, actually, Mark. If I could go back, I certainly wouldn't relive it exactly the same way that it happened, and I've been cringing ever since.
Susanne, you made a mistake at the first immunity challenge, and you made a point of saying at Tribal Council what outstanding support you'd had from your tribe members. Do you perceive that John's had the same support?
I very much feel that everybody makes mistakes, you know, to err is human essentially, and in the point of crisis when all eyes are on you and the nerves are going, the adrenaline is rushing, it's very easy to do things that you later regret. So I should hope that nobody blames anybody for the things that they've done.
Lee, you look shocked again, as you did when you lost the assault course. Having said that, hanging around truly tested you, didn't it?
The shock probably come from John's antics at the end there, but I was just surprised. There you go.
At what point do you stop getting angry and start to get even?
Tomorrow.
All right, well, that makes this moment even more difficult then, having heard what you've had to say, and I can see Bridget's deep breath here. This is the moment for the vote, and you know that you do so at the end of the platform. Remember that when you get there, write one name clearly on the piece of paper, the name of the person that you wish to vote off your tribe. John, if you'd go first.
I'm voting for Lee tonight because I feel he's not coping quite so well as the rest of us on the island.
Sorry, Bridge, you don't really deserve this, but I'm just trying to get as far as I can.
Thank you. I'll now go to collect the votes. Lee. Lee. Bridget. Lee. Lee. 1 vote for Bridget, 4 for Lee. Lee, if you'd like to gather your belongings and bring your torch to the stand here. As you know, the flame represents life on the island, and I'm afraid that the tribe have spoken. Please extinguish the flame. You didn't want to go. It's time to go. Well, to the rest of you returning to South Island, in some shock, I think there is consolation. You're still here, and you're each a step closer to £1 million. It seems to me that you've regrouped, but you need to eliminate mistakes and you need to start winning. Tomorrow, ideally. I'll see you then. Starting shortly on ITV2, more from the islands in Survivor Raw. After the news on ITV1, hear Lee's thoughts immediately after he was voted off.
Trust no one, eh? Done me up like a kipper, didn't they?
Go! Next week, the tribes continue to do battle against each other and the elements.
That's bad news, that.